How to realize your true potential in life. Carl Jung, Jungian philosophy. Carl Jung, one of the most influential figures in psychology, explored human potential through his concept of individuation, which involves the process of self-realization and becoming whole. His ideas about realizing one's true potential are deeply rooted in Jungian philosophy, including the exploration of the unconscious mind, the integration of opposites within the psyche, and living authentically. Here's how Jung's ideas can guide someone toward realizing their true potential in life. Understanding and integrating the shadow is one of the most important aspects of Carl Jung's approach to psychological growth and realizing one's true potential. The shadow represents the parts of ourselves that we repress, deny, or fail to recognize, often because they conflict with the image we have of ourselves or because they are considered socially undesirable. By avoiding or ignoring these parts, we limit our personal growth. However, by acknowledging and integrating them, we can become more whole and authentic. What is the shadow? The shadow contains everything about ourselves that we find uncomfortable or unacceptable, often hidden in the unconscious mind. This includes repressed emotions, impulses, desires, and traits that society, upbringing, or personal experience has taught us to suppress. For example, if someone considers themselves a kind person, they may repress anger or selfishness, pushing these feelings into their unconscious shadow. But these emotions don't disappear. They influence thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in indirect, often destructive ways. Why is integrating the shadow important? Personal growth. When we ignore the shadow, we project these traits onto others, blaming them for behaviors we refuse to see in ourselves. This limits self-awareness and creates conflicts in relationships. By integrating the shadow, we take responsibility for all parts of ourselves, reducing projection and enabling deeper personal growth. Wholeness. Jung believed that psychological wholeness could only be achieved by integrating the shadow with the conscious self. This allows for a more balanced and authentic existence. Unlocking potential. Many creative, emotional, and intuitive capacities are stored in the shadow. By integrating it, we access hidden strengths and untapped potential. For instance, the traits we label as bad or undesirable may carry positive power when acknowledged and channeled appropriately. Steps to understand and integrate the shadow. 1. Acknowledge its existence. The first step is to recognize that everyone has a shadow, and no one is immune to having unconscious aspects of their personality. Be open to the idea that there are parts of yourself you are unaware of or may have been denying. 2. Pay attention to projections. Jung emphasized the idea of projection, where we attribute our own unacceptable qualities to others. Pay attention to strong emotional reactions you have toward other people, especially when you're irritated, jealous, or resentful. These reactions often reveal parts of yourself that you refuse to acknowledge. Ask yourself, what about this person bothers me? Is it possible that I have the same qualities but am uncomfortable admitting it? 3. Observe your reactions. Reflect on moments of emotional intensity. When do you lose your temper, feel overly defensive, or get irrationally upset? These reactions often signal shadow elements. Keep a journal to track situations where you feel embarrassed, ashamed, or deeply uncomfortable. These feelings can point to aspects of your shadow self. 4. Work with dreams. Jung saw dreams as a direct way to access the unconscious mind. Dreams often contain symbolic representations of the shadow. Recurrent themes, figures, or situations in dreams can provide insight into what aspects of yourself are hidden. Pay special attention to figures in your dreams that seem dark, threatening, or irrational. These often represent parts of the shadow seeking expression. 5. Seek contradictions. Shadow integration involves identifying contradictions in your self-perception. For example, someone who prides themselves on being patient might need to acknowledge impatience lurking beneath the surface. Try to identify qualities you take pride in and consider what the opposite traits might look like in you. If you're always nice, is there a repressed part that wants to be more assertive or even aggressive? 6. Engage in shadow work. Shadow work refers to actively exploring and engaging with the shadow in a conscious way. This can involve therapy, self-reflection, or artistic expression. Jungian therapy, or depth psychology, often involves helping individuals uncover their shadow and integrate it into their conscious lives. A therapist may guide you through dreams, fantasies, and emotional experiences to identify shadow aspects. In self-reflection, journaling about the traits or emotions you deny can help bring them into awareness. 7. Accept and integrate. The key to integrating the shadow is acceptance, not judgment. Shadow integration doesn't mean acting out repressed behaviors, but recognizing and understanding them. For example, instead of being blindly driven by anger, you learn to accept it as part of yourself and find constructive ways to express it. This can be difficult because it often involves reconciling with parts of ourselves we don't like. But once acknowledged, these parts become less destructive and more manageable. 8. Use creativity and expression. Creative outlets can be helpful in shadow work. Art, writing, or music can allow you to express parts of yourself that are harder to deal with consciously. For instance, through writing, you can give voice to your anger, fear, or desires in a safe and controlled way. This can facilitate the process of integration. Benefits of integrating the shadow. Improved self-awareness. By integrating the shadow, you become more self-aware and able to understand the full range of your emotions and behaviors. This reduces projection and allows you to see others more clearly. More authentic relationships. By owning your shadow, you are less likely to project it onto others, which improves relationships. You're also more capable of empathy and understanding, as you're in touch with the darker aspects of human nature. Greater emotional stability. Accepting your shadow reduces internal conflict and emotional repression, making you less reactive and more emotionally balanced. Enhanced creativity. Integrating the shadow often leads to greater creative energy, as many repressed ideas and emotions are now free to be expressed. Personal growth and wholeness. Ultimately, shadow integration leads to individuation, where all parts of your personality are harmonized, resulting in a deeper sense of self and greater fulfillment in life. Final thoughts. The shadow is not something to be feared, but a vital part of who we are. Jung believed that realizing our potential involves not only embracing the light aspects of our personality, but also the darkness within. Integrating the shadow is a journey toward wholeness, where we can live more authentically and fully. Individuation is a central concept in Carl Jung's psychology and refers to the process of becoming a complete, authentic individual by integrating all aspects of the psyche, both conscious and unconscious. Jung believed that individuation is the key to personal fulfillment, psychological maturity, and spiritual growth. It's a lifelong journey that involves coming to terms with the different parts of the self, resolving internal conflicts, and ultimately achieving a sense of unity and wholeness. What is individuation? Individuation is the process of distinguishing oneself from the collective norms, social expectations, and even one's own ego ideals, in order to develop into a unique individual. However, it's more than just self-discovery or personal growth. Jung viewed it as a spiritual and psychological transformation that leads to self-realization. At its core, individuation involves integrating the conscious and unconscious aspects of the psyche. This includes understanding and harmonizing different elements such as the persona, the social mask you present to the world, the ego, the sense of I or self that you identify with consciously, the shadow, the repressed or denied parts of yourself, the anima/animus, the inner feminine or masculine energy, the self, the totality of the psyche, and the ultimate goal of individuation. The individuation process helps us become more whole and allows us to live more authentically, no longer bound by external expectations or unconscious forces. Stages of individuation. 1. Confronting the ego. The individuation process begins with a conscious confrontation with the ego, the part of the psyche that you most readily identify with. At this stage, the individual needs to become aware of the limitations of the ego and the fact that there are unconscious forces at play. The ego plays a critical role, as it provides a stable sense of identity. However, to individuate, the ego must acknowledge that it is not the entirety of the self. This involves a deep self-reflection on whether the life one leads is truly aligned with the inner self or merely a product of external influences. 2. Encountering the persona. The persona is the mask you wear to fit into society, the roles you play to meet the expectations of others, e.g., parent, professional, student. Jung believed that over-identification with the persona can create a split between your true self and the image you project outward. Individuation requires stripping away the layers of the persona and recognizing that while it's necessary for social functioning, it is not who you truly are. Challenge. Ask yourself, am I living authentically, or am I playing a role to gain approval? Recognizing where you are wearing a mask helps you shed inauthentic aspects of your identity. 3. Facing the shadow. Integrating the shadow is crucial for individuation. The shadow represents the parts of your personality that you reject or deny, which often include negative traits, e.g., aggression, selfishness, but can also contain unrealized potential, e.g., creativity, boldness. Individuation involves acknowledging the shadow and reconciling with it, allowing you to live more fully and without internal conflict. This stage often involves emotional work, where you confront aspects of yourself that may be uncomfortable. How to do it? Accept and own your dark side without judgment. Acknowledge these qualities and find constructive ways to integrate them into your conscious life. 4. Encountering the anima/animus. The anima, the feminine part of a man's psyche, and the animus, the masculine part of a woman's psyche, represent the gender-opposite qualities within each individual. Jung believed that integrating these parts was essential for wholeness. For men, the anima might express sensitivity, intuition, or emotionality. For women, the animus could manifest as assertiveness, logic, or rational thinking. Encountering and accepting these qualities is part of balancing the masculine and feminine aspects within. How to do it? Reflect on whether you are out of touch with certain qualities traditionally associated with the opposite gender. Can you embrace emotionality or vulnerability if you're more rational? Or assertiveness if you're more nurturing? 5. Integration of the unconscious. As you progress in individuation, you start integrating the unconscious with the conscious mind. This means acknowledging and understanding not only your shadow and anima/animus, but also your instincts, desires, and deeper motivations. Dreams, fantasies, and intuitive insights become key during this stage, as they are windows into the unconscious mind. Through analysis of dreams or engaging in creative expression, you start making connections between conscious behavior and unconscious influences. 6. Reconciliation of opposites, the tension of opposites. Jung believed that the psyche is made up of opposing forces, such as light and dark, masculine and feminine, rational and irrational. True individuation means learning to hold these opposites in tension, rather than suppressing one in favor of the other. By balancing these opposing forces within yourself, you move closer to psychological wholeness. You no longer experience inner fragmentation because you accept all parts of yourself. 7. The emergence of the self. The final goal of individuation is the realization of the self. The self, in Jungian psychology, is the totality of the psyche and transcends the ego. It is the core of your being, uniting the conscious and unconscious aspects of your personality. Achieving selfhood doesn't mean perfection, but rather completeness. It involves embracing the full range of who you are, including all the contradictions and complexities, and living from a place of deep inner authenticity. How to do it? The self emerges naturally as you work through the earlier stages. As you integrate more parts of yourself, you develop a sense of balance, peace, and authenticity. Signs of progress in individuation. Greater self-awareness. You have a deeper understanding of your motives, desires, and behaviors. You are more aware of your unconscious influences and how they manifest in your life. Authenticity. You live in a way that is true to yourself, even if it contradicts societal expectations. You are less concerned with approval or validation from others. Emotional balance. With shadow integration, you feel less inner conflict and are better able to handle difficult emotions like anger, fear, or shame. Creative expression. You find new ways to express yourself, as the integration of unconscious material often unlocks creative potential. Spiritual fulfillment. You may feel a sense of deeper connection to the world, to others, and to your inner self. Individuation is often seen as a spiritual journey toward wholeness. How to foster individuation in your life. Self-reflection and inner work. Regular self-reflection, journaling, and meditation can help you become more aware of unconscious aspects of your personality. Pay attention to dreams. Dreams are a direct link to the unconscious and offer valuable insights into the parts of yourself that need attention or integration. Engage in therapy or Jungian analysis. Working with a therapist who understands Jungian concepts can accelerate the individuation process, as they can help you navigate your unconscious material more effectively. Creativity and play. Engaging in creative activities like art, music, or writing allows you to explore parts of yourself that are not fully conscious. Creativity can be a way to integrate unconscious aspects of the psyche. Embrace contradictions. Rather than trying to resolve every inner conflict, learn to hold tension between opposites within yourself. Accept that you can be both strong and vulnerable, rational and emotional, logical and intuitive. Explore mythology and archetypes. Mythological stories and archetypal images can provide insight into the universal patterns that influence your life. Engaging with these can deepen your understanding of your own psyche. Final thoughts. Individuation is a journey towards self-realization and wholeness. It involves exploring the depths of your unconscious, integrating all parts of yourself, even those you reject, and living in harmony with your true nature. Through individuation, you become more authentic, balanced, and connected to the greater whole of life. In Carl Jung's psychology, archetypes are universal, inherited patterns of behavior and symbols that reside in the collective unconscious, the part of the unconscious mind shared by all human beings. These archetypes influence our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors on a deep level and appear in myths, dreams, and cultural stories across different times and places. Exploring archetypes is a key part of Jung's individuation process, as it allows you to understand the universal patterns that shape your personal experiences. Jung identified several primary archetypes, but the number and type can vary as these are fluid, symbolic representations rather than fixed categories. By becoming aware of and exploring the archetypes active in your life, you can gain insight into your inner world and advance your process of self-realization. What are archetypes? Archetypes are ancient, universal images and themes that are part of the collective unconscious. According to Jung, these archetypes are not learned but are innate psychic structures that influence human behavior, experiences, and interactions with the world. Some of the main archetypes that Jung identified include the self. Represents the totality of the psyche and is the ultimate goal of individuation. The self is the union of the conscious and unconscious parts of the psyche, symbolizing wholeness and harmony. The persona, the social mask or image that you present to the world. The persona is shaped by societal expectations and the roles you play in your personal and professional life. It helps you navigate social situations, but can limit authenticity if over-identified with. The shadow, the dark, repressed part of the psyche that contains all the traits, emotions, and desires we deny or reject. The shadow often manifests in projections onto others, but holds significant potential for growth and integration when acknowledged. The anima/animus, the gender-opposite aspect of the psyche. The anima represents the feminine aspects of a man's psyche, while the animus represents the masculine aspects of a woman's psyche. Integrating the anima/animus helps balance masculine and feminine energies within oneself. The hero symbolizes the part of the psyche that strives to overcome obstacles, face challenges, and achieve personal transformation. The hero's journey is a central theme in many myths, representing the individual's quest for self-realization. The wise old man/woman, sage, represents wisdom, guidance, and knowledge. This archetype often appears as a mentor or guide in stories and myths, helping the hero on their journey. It symbolizes the deeper wisdom of the unconscious mind. The trickster, a mischievous, unpredictable archetype that disrupts conventional order. The trickster often represents the chaotic and irrational aspects of life, but can also lead to growth by challenging the status quo and forcing change. The child represents innocence, potential, and new beginnings. The child archetype often symbolizes the future or the promise of growth, as well as vulnerability and dependence. How archetypes appear in your life. Archetypes express themselves through dreams, fantasies, creative work, myths, and even everyday life. They are universal themes that help shape human behavior and personality. By understanding which archetypes are active in your psyche, you gain greater insight into the forces influencing your actions, choices, and challenges. 1. Dreams. Jung believed that dreams provide a direct window into the unconscious, and archetypes frequently appear in dreams. For example, you might dream of a wise old figure giving you advice, representing the sage, or you may find yourself on a heroic journey, the hero. How to explore. Keep a dream journal. Analyze recurring dream symbols and themes to identify archetypal figures. What roles are these figures playing in your dreams? What feelings or associations arise when you encounter these archetypes in the dream world? 2. Myths, stories, and films. Archetypal themes are often found in myths, religious stories, fairy tales, and even modern films and books. These stories tap into universal human experiences and can provide valuable insight into your own life journey. Example: the hero's journey, as seen in epic tales like the Odyssey or modern stories like Star Wars, is a pattern in which the main character faces trials and grows through them. You might relate to certain aspects of this journey in your own life. How to explore. Pay attention to stories, myths, or movies that resonate deeply with you. Identify the archetypes in these narratives and reflect on how they might mirror your personal experiences or inner struggles. 3. Personality and behavior. Certain archetypes can dominate different phases of life. For example, during adolescence, the hero archetype might be active, leading you to challenge authority, explore your identity, and seek independence. Later in life, the sage archetype might become more prominent, guiding you toward wisdom and introspection. How to explore. Reflect on the roles you play in different areas of your life, e.g., caregiver, mentor, adventurer. Which archetypes seem to be shaping your behavior? How are they influencing your decisions and the challenges you face? Key archetypes to explore in depth. 1. The hero. The hero represents the part of you that strives to achieve, overcome obstacles, and embark on a journey of personal transformation. This archetype is often activated when you're faced with challenges or when you're pursuing a major goal in life. How to explore. Reflect on your life's challenges. When have you felt like you were on a hero's journey? What obstacles have you faced, and what internal or external battles have shaped your personal development? 2. The shadow. The shadow is the repressed, darker aspect of yourself, often containing qualities or desires you find unacceptable. However, it also holds your untapped potential and unexpressed emotions. How to explore. Examine aspects of yourself that you dislike or deny. Are there behaviors or traits in others that irritate or provoke strong reactions in you? These often point to projections of your own shadow. Exploring the shadow requires honest self-reflection and often leads to greater emotional balance and authenticity. 3. The anima/animus. Integrating the anima, inner feminine, and animus, inner masculine, allows for a balanced and harmonious psyche. When you connect with these gender-opposite aspects, you integrate qualities that complement and complete your personality. How to explore. Reflect on qualities that you feel disconnected from. If you are more rational and logical, do you need to connect with your intuition or emotional side? If you are nurturing and empathetic, do you need to explore assertiveness or independence? 4. The wise old man/woman, sage. The sage archetype represents inner wisdom and the guiding principle of your unconscious mind. This figure can offer valuable insights during times of difficulty or when you're searching for meaning. How to explore. Reflect on moments in your life when you've had sudden insights or felt guided by an inner wisdom. Where do you find wisdom in your life, and how can you cultivate a relationship with this part of yourself? 5. The trickster. The trickster disrupts your expectations and challenges your assumptions. This archetype can appear when you're rigidly attached to a particular plan or way of thinking, forcing you to see things differently. How to explore. Identify areas of your life where unexpected disruptions have forced you to change or grow. The trickster's role is often to shake you out of complacency, so embrace these moments as opportunities for personal development. How to explore archetypes in your life. Analyze your dreams. Dreams are a rich source of archetypal imagery. By keeping a dream journal, you can track recurring symbols and themes. Analyzing these symbols can reveal which archetypes are active in your unconscious mind. Reflect on personal and cultural myths. Think about stories, myths, or films that resonate with you deeply. Identify the archetypal figures in these narratives and consider how they reflect your life experiences. For instance, are you in a hero's journey, or is a trickster archetype shaking things up? Examine your emotional reactions. Intense emotional responses, whether positive or negative, often point to archetypes at work. For example, feeling admiration for someone's courage may indicate that the hero archetype is important for your personal growth, while feeling irritated by a controlling figure could reveal a projection of your own repressed power, shadow, or animus. Engage in creative expression. Writing, painting, or other forms of creativity allow the unconscious to express itself. Archetypes may naturally appear in your creative work, helping you explore them more deeply. Work with a Jungian therapist. A therapist trained in Jungian psychology can help you navigate the archetypes present in your psyche and assist you in working through unconscious material. Final thoughts. Exploring archetypes helps you understand the deep psychological patterns that shape your thoughts, behaviors, and relationships. By identifying and engaging with these universal forces, you gain insight into your inner world and begin the process of integrating various aspects of your personality, ultimately leading to individuation and personal wholeness. Paying attention to dreams is a vital part of Carl Jung's approach to self-realization and individuation. Jung believed that dreams provide direct access to the unconscious mind, offering insights into the parts of ourselves that are hidden or repressed. Through the symbolic language of dreams, we can encounter archetypes, integrate our shadow, and better understand the unconscious influences that shape our behavior, thoughts, and emotions. Jung saw dreams not just as random mental activity, but as meaningful expressions of the psyche that can guide us toward personal growth. Why dreams matter in Jungian psychology. Dreams reveal the deeper layers of the unconscious, reflecting unresolved conflicts, repressed emotions, and aspects of our inner life that we are unaware of in our waking state. In Jungian psychology, dreams serve several important functions. Compensatory function. Dreams balance or compensate for the conscious attitude. For example, if you are overly focused on logic and rationality in waking life, your dreams might present images of chaos, emotion, or instinct to restore psychological balance. Perspective function. Dreams can provide insight into the future direction of your psychological development. They might show where you are headed or highlight emerging potentialities that you haven't yet realized. Archetypal symbols. Dreams often contain archetypal images, which connect your personal experiences to universal patterns. These symbols help you tap into the collective unconscious and understand deeper truths about yourself and humanity. Messages from the unconscious. Dreams are a way for the unconscious to communicate with the conscious mind, helping you address unresolved issues, emotional imbalances, and potential for growth. The role of symbols in dreams. Dreams speak in the language of symbols, and each image or scenario carries a meaning that goes beyond its surface appearance. Jung emphasized that the meaning of a dream symbol is highly individual, and you cannot rely solely on dream dictionaries or universal interpretations. Instead, you must explore the personal associations and feelings that the symbol evokes for you. For example, a house in a dream might represent your psyche. Each room may symbolize different aspects of yourself. Perhaps a hidden basement represents repressed emotions, while an open window suggests openness to new ideas. A snake could symbolize transformation, danger, or healing, depending on your personal experiences, cultural background, and emotional response to the image. Dream symbols are often multifaceted and ambiguous, reflecting the complexity of the unconscious mind. It's important to approach them with curiosity and openness, considering both personal and archetypal meanings. How to pay attention to dreams. 1. Keep a dream journal. The first step to paying attention to dreams is to record them. Keep a notebook by your bed and write down your dreams as soon as you wake up, before the details fade. Even fragments of dreams are worth noting, as they may contain valuable insights. Tip: include not only what happened in the dream, but also your emotions, thoughts, and any notable symbols or people. 2. Look for patterns and themes. Over time, review your dream journal to identify recurring symbols, themes, or patterns. Are there certain archetypes, emotions, or situations that keep appearing? For example, you might notice that you frequently dream of water, which could symbolize emotions, the unconscious, or the flow of life. Example: if you consistently dream about being chased, it could suggest that you are avoiding confronting an issue in waking life. If animals frequently appear, they might represent instinctual drives or primal energies. 3. Identify the emotions in the dream. Pay close attention to the emotions you experienced in the dream, as they often provide crucial clues to its meaning. Did you feel fear, joy, confusion, anger, or sadness? Your emotional reaction in the dream can indicate how your unconscious mind is processing a particular issue or situation. How to explore. Reflect on whether these emotions mirror something happening in your waking life. Are you ignoring or repressing certain feelings that the dream is bringing to light? 4. Explore archetypal symbols. Look for archetypal symbols in your dreams, figures, objects, or scenarios that feel larger than life or that resonate on a deep, universal level. These symbols may connect your personal experiences to broader human experiences. Common archetypes include the hero. You may dream of undertaking a journey or facing great challenges. The wise old man/woman. A mentor-like figure might offer advice or guidance. The shadow. A dark or threatening figure might represent your repressed qualities. The child. A child in a dream can symbolize innocence, potential, or new beginnings. How to explore. Reflect on these symbols in the context of your life. For instance, encountering the hero archetype in a dream might suggest that you are going through a period of personal growth or facing significant challenges. 5. Engage with the dream in waking life. Actively engage with your dreams by exploring their messages through journaling, creative expression, such as drawing or painting the dream, or discussing them with others. This process helps integrate the unconscious material into your conscious awareness. Dream dialogue. Imagine having a conversation with a figure or object in the dream. Ask them what they want or represent. This exercise can provide surprising insights and help uncover hidden meaning. 6. Work with a Jungian therapist or analyst. A Jungian therapist can help you delve deeper into your dreams and uncover their symbolic meaning. Dream analysis in a therapeutic setting can facilitate the individuation process, as it helps bring unconscious material into consciousness and promotes psychological integration. 7. Use active imagination. Active imagination is a technique Jung developed to consciously engage with the unconscious mind. This involves revisiting a dream while in a relaxed, meditative state and allowing the images to unfold further. You can interact with the dream figures, symbols, or scenarios as though they are still alive and evolving, which helps you uncover deeper layers of meaning. Example: if you dream of walking through a forest, in active imagination, you might explore the forest further, ask the trees for guidance, or follow a path that wasn't available in the dream. Interpreting dreams in a Jungian context. Dream interpretation in Jungian psychology is not about finding fixed meanings, but rather about understanding the personal and archetypal significance of the dream symbols. Here's a general approach to interpreting dreams. Personal context. Start by reflecting on your personal associations with the dream symbols. For example, if you dream about a car, think about what cars mean to you personally: freedom, mobility, control, or perhaps a lack of direction. Amplification. After considering the personal meaning, explore possible archetypal associations. Amplification involves connecting the dream symbols to broader cultural, mythological, or collective images. If you dream about a snake, for example, you might consider how snakes are depicted in mythology as symbols of transformation or healing, e.g., the serpent in the Garden of Eden or the healing staff of Asclepius. Emotional resonance. Focus on the emotions that arise in the dream and how they connect to your current waking life. Are the emotions in the dream pointing to something you are avoiding or repressing in your everyday experience? Look for compensatory elements. Consider how the dream might be compensating for imbalances in your conscious attitude. For example, if you are too focused on your career and neglecting personal relationships, your dream might present images of emotional connection or family life. Final thoughts on paying attention to dreams. Dreams are a vital pathway to understanding the unconscious mind, and paying attention to them can lead to profound personal growth and self-awareness. In the Jungian framework, Dreams are not random or meaningless. They are messages from the unconscious that can guide you on the path to individuation. By keeping a dream journal, identifying key symbols and archetypes, and engaging with the dream material in waking life, you can unlock the deeper wisdom hidden in your dreams and bring unconscious material into consciousness, promoting psychological wholeness and personal fulfillment. Embracing the tension of opposites is a central concept in Carl Jung's philosophy, rooted in his belief that personal growth and self-realization arise from integrating opposing forces within the psyche. Jung recognized that the human experience is full of dualities, light and dark, good and evil, rationality and emotion, masculine and feminine. These opposites often create inner conflict, but rather than suppressing or avoiding them, Jung argued that true transformation comes from holding and integrating these tensions. The process of individuation, which Jung described as the journey toward becoming your authentic self, requires acknowledging and reconciling these opposing forces within you. Embracing the tension of opposites involves sitting with the discomfort of contradictions, allowing conflicting aspects of your personality to coexist, and ultimately finding a synthesis that leads to psychological wholeness. What is the tension of opposites? In Jungian psychology, the tension of opposites refers to the dynamic interaction between conflicting forces within the psyche. These opposites can manifest in various forms, including conscious versus unconscious, the conscious mind, what we are aware of, and the unconscious, what lies beneath awareness, often pull in different directions. Persona versus shadow. The persona is the social mask we wear, while the shadow contains the repressed, darker parts of ourselves. Masculine versus feminine. Anima/animus. These are the opposing gender energies that exist in each individual. The anima represents the feminine aspects in men, and the animus represents the masculine aspects in women. Rationality versus emotion. Logic and intellect may conflict with emotional or instinctual drives. Order versus chaos. The desire for control and structure often clashes with the unpredictable, chaotic elements of life. Good versus evil. Morality and ethics often present a divide between what we perceive as good and what we judge as bad, both within ourselves and in the world. Jung believed that when we encounter these dualities, we often feel an internal tension, as each side demands acknowledgement. However, instead of choosing one side and rejecting the other, Jung advocated for holding both in awareness until a higher, more integrated understanding can emerge. This process is known as enantiodromia, the reconciliation of opposites. Why embrace the tension of opposites? Jung saw the tension of opposites as a creative force that drives psychological growth. He believed that avoiding or suppressing conflict within oneself leads to stagnation and neurosis, while confronting and holding the tension can lead to transformation. Key reasons to embrace this tension. Facilitates personal growth. When you allow opposing forces to exist within you, they can provide a pathway to self-awareness. For example, acknowledging both your rational and emotional sides can help you make decisions that are both thoughtful and empathetic. Promotes integration of the shadow. By embracing the tension between your persona and your shadow, you can begin to integrate repressed qualities into your conscious self. This leads to greater authenticity and self-acceptance. Fosters balance. Embracing both the masculine and feminine aspects of your psyche, anima/animus, allows you to balance assertiveness with receptivity, action with introspection, and reason with intuition. Enhances wholeness. Jung believed that psychological wholeness comes from the union of opposites. Through the individuation process, you become more complete by integrating conflicting aspects of your personality. Creative energy. The tension between opposites generates creative energy. This tension can fuel innovation, problem-solving, and artistic expression, as it forces you to think in new ways and explore new possibilities. How to embrace the tension of opposites. 1. Acknowledge both sides. The first step is to acknowledge that opposing forces exist within you. Often, people tend to identify with one side of a polarity while rejecting or denying the other. For example, you may see yourself as logical and reject your emotional side, or you may be nurturing but struggle to assert yourself. How to explore. Reflect on areas of conflict in your life. Are there parts of yourself that feel at odds? Do you identify strongly with one aspect while ignoring or rejecting its opposite? 2. Avoid repression. Instead of repressing the side you are less comfortable with, invite it into awareness. Repression leads to imbalance and can cause the rejected part to manifest in unhealthy ways. For example, if you suppress your aggression, it may later surface as passive-aggressive behavior or explode in anger. How to explore. Notice when you feel uncomfortable with certain emotions or traits. What are you pushing away? Try to give space to the side you tend to suppress, even if it feels unfamiliar or uncomfortable. 3. Hold the tension. One of the most challenging aspects of Jung's philosophy is learning to hold the tension without rushing to resolve it. This means accepting that two opposing forces can exist simultaneously without trying to choose between them or immediately solve the conflict. By holding the tension, you create a space for a new, integrative solution to emerge, a synthesis that transcends the original opposition. How to explore. In moments of inner conflict, resist the urge to pick a side or force a resolution. Sit with the discomfort and reflect on both perspectives. For example, if you're torn between staying in a secure job and pursuing a passion, acknowledge both the need for stability and the desire for fulfillment. 4. Seek synthesis, the transcendent function. Jung described the process of finding a resolution to the tension of opposites as the transcendent function. This is a higher state of integration where the conflict is transcended, and a new understanding or solution emerges that includes elements of both opposites. Example: if you are struggling with a decision between emotional expression and rational thinking, the transcendent function may involve finding a way to honor both your feelings and your intellect, perhaps through thoughtful communication or balanced decision-making. 5. Recognize archetypal patterns. Often, the tension of opposites reflects archetypal patterns within the collective unconscious. For instance, the hero's journey often involves confronting the shadow, representing the tension between the ego and the repressed aspects of the self. How to explore. Reflect on how archetypal conflicts may be playing out in your life. Are you in the midst of a personal hero's journey, facing your shadow? Recognizing these patterns can help you understand the broader significance of the opposites in your life. 6. Engage in active imagination. Active imagination is a powerful technique Jung used to engage with the unconscious and reconcile opposing forces. In this process, you actively dialogue with the conflicting parts of yourself, often through visualization, art, or writing. By giving both sides a voice, you can explore their underlying motivations and work toward integration. How to explore. Set aside time to enter a relaxed state and visualize the conflicting parts of your psyche as figures or images. Engage with them, ask questions, and allow the dialogue to unfold naturally. What insights or resolutions emerge? 7. Practice self-compassion and patience. Embracing the tension of opposites is not a quick process. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to sit with ambiguity and discomfort. Trust that by engaging with these conflicts, you are moving toward greater self-awareness and wholeness. Examples of tension of opposites in life. Work versus personal life. Many people feel torn between their professional ambitions and personal relationships. Embracing the tension involves recognizing the importance of both and seeking a balance that honors each side. Independence versus connection. You may desire independence and freedom, but also long for connection and intimacy. Instead of choosing one, the challenge is to find a way to honor both needs in your relationships. Security versus adventure. The tension between seeking security and stability versus craving excitement and adventure is common. By holding the tension, you can find ways to incorporate both stability and novelty into your life. Assertiveness versus compassion. Many struggle with being assertive while also wanting to remain compassionate and understanding. Embracing this tension means finding ways to express your needs clearly while still respecting the needs of others. Final thoughts on embracing the tension of opposites. In Jungian philosophy, the tension of opposites is a creative force that drives the individuation process, leading to greater psychological integration and wholeness. By holding the tension and allowing conflicting aspects of yourself to coexist, you open the door to new insights, personal transformation, and the possibility of transcending the original conflict. Rather than choosing between opposing forces, you are called to embrace both and seek a higher synthesis that leads to a more balanced and authentic self. Developing the self is the culmination of Carl Jung's process of individuation, which he described as the journey towards psychological wholeness. For Jung, the self is more than just the conscious ego. It represents the totality of the psyche, including both conscious and unconscious aspects. It is the center of the entire personality, integrating all the parts of the individual, including the shadow, anima/animus, and various archetypes. The self is often symbolized in dreams by mandalas, circles, or other unifying images, representing the desire for harmony and balance within the psyche. To develop the self, you must strive to bring unconscious material into consciousness, reconcile inner conflicts, and integrate all aspects of your personality. This leads to a sense of unity, authenticity, and fulfillment as you become more aligned with your true nature. What is the self in Jungian psychology? In Jungian psychology, the self is the archetype of wholeness and the guiding force of individuation. It is the organizing principle of the psyche, much like the sun at the center of the solar system. The ego, your sense of I, is just one aspect of the self, but the self encompasses much more, including unconscious material, archetypal images, and collective experiences. Jung distinguished the self from the ego, noting that the ego is the conscious part of the personality, while the self is the totality of the individual's psyche. The ego often identifies with limited aspects of the personality, but the self seeks to integrate everything, including what has been repressed or left out of conscious awareness. The process of developing the self is often depicted as a quest for wholeness. This wholeness is not the same as perfection. It involves accepting all parts of yourself, even those that are uncomfortable, flawed, or contradictory. By integrating these parts, you achieve a deeper sense of balance and completeness. How to develop the self, wholeness. 1. Engage in the individuation process. The individuation process is the core of developing the self. This involves consciously working to integrate the unconscious aspects of your psyche, such as the shadow, anima/animus, and other archetypes, into your conscious awareness. Through individuation, you gradually become more in tune with your true nature, leading to a sense of unity and wholeness. How to explore. Pay attention to the unconscious material that emerges through dreams, active imagination, and other experiences. Reflect on these symbols and consider how they relate to your life and psychological development. 2. Integrate the shadow. The shadow represents the parts of yourself that you reject, deny, or repress because they don't fit with your self-image or societal expectations. However, the shadow holds important aspects of your personality and energy that are crucial for wholeness. How to explore. Acknowledge your shadow by reflecting on qualities or traits that you find difficult to accept in yourself. Instead of rejecting these traits, try to understand their origin and function. For example, if you struggle with anger, recognize that anger can also be a force for setting boundaries and asserting your needs. 3. Embrace the anima/animus. Jung believed that every individual carries both masculine and feminine qualities within them. For men, the anima represents their inner feminine, and for women, the animus represents their inner masculine. Integrating these aspects of yourself is essential for psychological wholeness. How to explore. Consider how you relate to the opposite gender within yourself. If you are a man, are you comfortable with your emotions, intuition, and nurturing side? If you are a woman, are you in touch with your assertiveness, independence, and rationality? Strive to balance these energies within your personality. 4. Explore archetypal patterns. The archetypes are universal patterns of behavior and experience that are part of the collective unconscious. They include figures like the hero, the wise old man, the great mother, and the trickster. These archetypes manifest in your personal life, often through dreams, myths, or symbols. How to explore. Pay attention to the archetypal themes that show up in your dreams, relationships, and life experiences. For instance, if you feel drawn to the hero archetype, consider how you are navigating challenges and seeking personal growth. If the trickster archetype appears, it may signal a need to embrace flexibility and humor during times of uncertainty. 5. Cultivate self-awareness. Developing the self requires ongoing self-awareness, which involves regularly reflecting on your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This reflection helps you understand your inner motivations and how different aspects of your personality interact with one another. How to explore. Regular practices like journaling, meditation, and mindfulness can help you tune in to your inner world. Self-awareness is key to noticing when you are out of balance, avoiding parts of yourself, or projecting onto others. 6. Pay attention to dreams. As mentioned earlier, dreams are a powerful gateway to the unconscious and provide vital insights into the development of the self. Jung believed that the self often communicates through dreams, offering guidance on the individuation process. How to explore. Keep a dream journal and review your dreams for symbols or patterns that point to different aspects of yourself. Dreams often depict the current state of the psyche and can reveal what is needed for further integration. 7. Balance opposites. Tension of opposites. Embracing the tension of opposites is crucial for developing the self. This involves recognizing and integrating the conflicting aspects of your psyche, rather than choosing one side or repressing the other. By holding the tension between opposing forces, such as order and chaos, reason and emotion, or persona and shadow, you allow for a synthesis that leads to greater wholeness. How to explore. When faced with inner conflict, resist the urge to choose one side. Instead, sit with the tension and reflect on how both aspects are part of your overall personality. Over time, a new, more integrated perspective will emerge. 8. Accept imperfection. Developing the self is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming whole. This means accepting your flaws, vulnerabilities, and limitations as part of who you are. Psychological growth comes from embracing the entirety of your being, including the parts that are uncomfortable or difficult to face. How to explore. Practice self-compassion and acceptance. Acknowledge that wholeness includes both strengths and weaknesses, light and shadow. The more you accept yourself as you are, the more room you create for psychological growth and integration. 9. Work with a Jungian therapist. A Jungian therapist can guide you through the individuation process, helping you navigate the challenges of integrating the unconscious and developing the self. Therapy provides a safe space to explore your inner world, confront the shadow, and engage with archetypal themes in a meaningful way. How to explore. If possible, consider working with a Jungian therapist who can help you delve deeper into your unconscious and support you on the path towards psychological wholeness. 10. Use active imagination. Active imagination is a Jungian technique for engaging with unconscious material. It involves entering a meditative state and allowing images or figures from the unconscious to emerge and develop. By interacting with these images, you can gain insight into the unconscious and further the individuation process. How to explore. Set aside time for active imagination. Sit quietly and allow your mind to drift, focusing on any images or feelings that arise. Engage with these images as though they were alive, asking them questions or observing their actions. This process helps bring unconscious material into consciousness and can facilitate integration. Symbols of the self. The mandala. One of the most common symbols of the self in Jungian psychology is the mandala, a circular, symmetrical image that represents wholeness, balance, and unity. Mandalas often appear in dreams and art when an individual is moving toward greater psychological integration. How to explore. If you encounter mandalas in your dreams or feel drawn to creating them in art, reflect on how they relate to your current psychological state. They may signal that you are on the path toward developing the self and achieving a deeper sense of wholeness. Final thoughts on developing the self, wholeness. Developing the self is the ultimate goal of Jungian psychology and the individuation process. It involves integrating all aspects of your personality, both conscious and unconscious, into a harmonious whole. This journey toward wholeness requires engaging with the shadow, anima/animus, archetypes, and the tension of opposites, as well as cultivating self-awareness, paying attention to dreams, and accepting imperfection. By consciously working to develop the self, you can achieve a deeper sense of authenticity, balance, and fulfillment in life, ultimately realizing your full potential. Living an authentic life is the final and perhaps most outward expression of Carl Jung's process of individuation. After you have worked to understand and integrate your unconscious material, such as the shadow, anima/animus, and archetypal patterns, the ultimate goal is to live in alignment with your true self. Authenticity, in Jungian terms, means living in a way that reflects your inner truth rather than conforming to external expectations or societal norms. It is about being in tune with who you really are at a deep, psychological level and expressing that in the world. Jung believed that the path to authenticity is not always easy because it often involves confronting difficult truths about yourself, defying societal pressures, and embracing all aspects of your personality, even those that may seem contradictory. However, by living an authentic life, you experience a profound sense of purpose, fulfillment, and psychological wholeness. What does it mean to live an authentic life? In the context of Jungian philosophy, living authentically means living in alignment with your true self rather than the persona, the social mask you present to the world. While the persona is necessary for navigating society, over-identifying with it can lead to a life disconnected from your deeper nature. Living authentically involves the following: self-realization, fully realizing and accepting who you are at your core, including both your strengths and weaknesses, light and shadow, conscious and unconscious aspects. Integrity and alignment, aligning your external actions, values, and decisions with your internal truth, rather than simply conforming to social roles or expectations. Embracing complexity, accepting that you are a complex, multifaceted being with many layers and contradictions, and expressing these aspects in a balanced way. Inner authority, trusting your inner guidance rather than relying solely on external validation or approval. Jung believed that the path to authenticity requires cultivating an inner authority that guides you towards self-realization. How to live an authentic life. 1. Know your true self. To live authentically, you must first know who you really are. This involves deep self-reflection, psychological work, and the commitment to understanding both your conscious desires and unconscious motivations. You need to explore your inner world, including your shadow, archetypes, and repressed aspects of your personality. How to explore. Reflect on your deepest desires, fears, and values. What motivates you? What parts of yourself do you avoid or deny? What dreams or aspirations have you suppressed due to external expectations? 2. Move beyond the persona. The persona is the mask you wear to interact with the world, shaped by cultural norms and societal expectations. While it's necessary for social functioning, identifying too strongly with the persona can lead to an inauthentic life, where you prioritize others' expectations over your own inner truth. How to explore. Pay attention to when you are acting in ways that are primarily to fit in, please others, or meet societal standards. Are these actions aligned with your true feelings and values? If not, consider how you can bring your actions more in line with your inner self. 3. Embrace vulnerability. Living authentically means being open about who you really are, which often requires vulnerability. This includes showing your imperfections, fears, and emotional needs, rather than hiding behind a perfect image. Vulnerability is key to connecting with others in a genuine way. How to explore. Practice being more open about your emotions and experiences, even if they don't align with your idealized self-image. Share your true thoughts and feelings with trusted friends or family members, and notice how this fosters deeper, more authentic connections. 4. Follow your inner compass. To live authentically, you must develop and follow your own inner guidance system. This means listening to your instincts, intuition, and inner wisdom, rather than constantly seeking external validation or approval. How to explore. Spend time in quiet reflection or meditation, tuning in to your inner voice. When faced with a decision, ask yourself, is this truly what I want, or am I doing this to meet someone else's expectations? Trust your inner compass to guide you toward choices that are in alignment with your true self. 5. Balance opposites in yourself. Jung believed that we are made up of many opposing forces, rational and emotional, masculine and feminine, conscious and unconscious. Living authentically involves embracing these tensions and integrating both sides, rather than choosing one at the expense of the other. How to explore. Notice when you feel torn between two aspects of yourself, such as logic versus emotion, or independence versus connection. Instead of trying to suppress one side, Explore how you can honor both and find a middle ground that reflects your whole self. 6. Pursue meaning and purpose. For Jung, authenticity is closely tied to finding meaning in life. Living authentically often involves pursuing a sense of purpose that reflects your deepest values and passions. This may not align with conventional definitions of success, but is more fulfilling in the long run. How to explore. Reflect on what gives your life meaning. What activities, relationships, or pursuits make you feel most alive? What legacy do you want to leave behind? Consider how you can align your daily actions with this sense of purpose. 7. Accept and integrate the shadow. The shadow represents the darker, unconscious parts of yourself that you might try to hide or deny. However, to live authentically, you must integrate the shadow into your conscious awareness. This doesn't mean acting out negative traits, but rather acknowledging and understanding them so they don't unconsciously control your behavior. How to explore. Reflect on qualities or behaviors that you are uncomfortable with in yourself. How do these qualities manifest in your life, and what might they be trying to teach you? Work toward accepting these parts of yourself without judgment. 8. Cultivate courage and resilience. Living authentically often requires going against societal or cultural expectations, which can be difficult and isolating at times. You need courage to stay true to yourself in the face of pressure to conform, and resilience to cope with challenges that arise along the way. How to explore. When you encounter external pressures to conform, remind yourself of your inner truth. Practice small acts of courage by standing up for what you believe in, even when it's uncomfortable. Over time, this builds resilience and strengthens your commitment to living authentically. 9. Set boundaries. Part of living authentically is knowing where your limits are and setting boundaries that protect your time, energy, and well-being. This means saying no to things that do not align with your values, even if it's difficult. How to explore. Reflect on where you might be overextending yourself to meet others' expectations. What are the boundaries you need to set in your personal and professional life to honor your true self? Practice asserting these boundaries with confidence and kindness. 10. Engage in creative expression. Creativity is often a powerful outlet for expressing your authentic self. Engaging in creative activities, whether through art, writing, music, or other forms, allows you to connect with your inner world and bring your unique vision into the outer world. How to explore. Find creative outlets that resonate with you, and allow yourself to express your thoughts and feelings without self-censorship. Creative expression can help you access deeper layers of your psyche and provide a channel for your authentic self to emerge. Signs you are living an authentic life. Alignment with your values. You make decisions based on your core values, not on what others expect from you. Inner peace. Despite external challenges, you feel a sense of inner peace because you are living in harmony with your true self. Deep connections. Your relationships are based on genuine connections, not superficial interactions or the need to please others. Purposeful living. You have a sense of meaning and purpose in your life, and your actions reflect your deeper passions and desires. Acceptance of imperfection. You embrace your flaws and imperfections as part of your wholeness without needing to project an idealized image. Resilience in the face of opposition. You are able to stand firm in your authenticity even when facing criticism or societal pressure to conform. Final thoughts on living an authentic life. Living an authentic life is the ultimate expression of the individuation process and the realization of the self. It involves aligning your outer actions with your inner truth, integrating all aspects of your personality, and pursuing a life of meaning and purpose. While the journey toward authenticity can be challenging, requiring vulnerability, courage, and self-reflection, it leads to a more fulfilling and harmonious existence. By embracing your true self, shadow and all, you can live a life that is deeply aligned with who you are, creating a sense of wholeness, purpose, and genuine connection with the world around you. Embracing creativity and play is a vital aspect of Carl Jung's philosophy of personal growth and individuation. Jung believed that creativity is not merely a talent reserved for artists, but an essential part of the human experience. Creative expression allows the unconscious mind to surface, giving form to our inner world through symbols, stories, art, and play. By engaging in creativity and play, You can access deeper parts of yourself, gain insight into your psyche, and enhance your overall well-being. For Jung, creativity is a form of communication between the conscious and unconscious mind, helping to bring unconscious material into awareness. Play, similarly, taps into the spontaneous, childlike aspects of our psyche, encouraging flexibility, exploration, and a release from rigid thinking patterns. Both creativity and play are crucial for living an authentic, whole life. Why creativity and play are essential in Jungian philosophy. In Jungian psychology, creativity and play are important tools for self-discovery and self-expression. They provide a means to access the unconscious. Creative activities like painting, writing, or music allow unconscious material to emerge in symbolic form. This helps you confront, process, and integrate parts of yourself that may otherwise remain hidden. Promote healing. Creativity can be a therapeutic tool, offering a way to explore emotions, conflicts, and unresolved issues. It can bring psychological relief and insight by providing a safe space to express and process feelings. Foster psychological flexibility. Playfulness encourages spontaneity and freedom, allowing you to break free from rigid patterns of thought and behavior. This flexibility is essential for growth, helping you adapt to new challenges with creativity rather than fear. Enhance wholeness. Both creativity and play help you integrate different aspects of your personality, including the shadow, anima/animus, and archetypes, into a unified self. Creative activities often bring different parts of your psyche together in symbolic ways, promoting wholeness and balance. Reignite a sense of wonder. Play and creativity connect you to the childlike sense of wonder, curiosity, and joy. This can counteract the pressures and responsibilities of adult life, which often lead to rigidity and stress. How to embrace creativity and play. 1. Engage in creative expression. Creativity is not limited to traditional art forms. You can express your creativity through writing, dancing, painting, cooking, or even problem-solving. The key is to allow your imagination to flow freely and to create without judgment. How to explore. Set aside time for creative activities that resonate with you. Allow yourself to experiment and explore without worrying about the outcome. This free flow of creativity can help you access deeper layers of your unconscious mind and bring greater self-awareness. 2. Practice active imagination. Active imagination is a Jungian technique that involves engaging with unconscious images in a creative, open-ended way. This process allows you to have a dialogue with figures from your unconscious, such as archetypes or shadow figures, through creative visualization or art. How to explore. Set aside quiet time to visualize or interact with inner images. Draw, write, or act out these interactions in a way that feels natural to you. By engaging with the unconscious in a creative way, you can gain insight into yourself and resolve inner conflicts. 3. Create symbolic art. Symbolism is central to Jung's understanding of the psyche, and creating symbolic art can help you access and express deeper aspects of your mind. Mandalas, in particular, are circular symbols representing the self and psychological wholeness. Jung often used them as tools for exploring the unconscious. How to explore. Create a mandala or another form of symbolic art. Let the shapes, colors, and patterns emerge spontaneously, and then reflect on their meaning. What do the symbols in your artwork reveal about your inner state or current life challenges? 4. Allow for playfulness in life. Play is an essential part of creativity and personal growth. Playfulness allows you to engage with life in a lighthearted, flexible, and experimental way. It can also reduce stress and help you approach challenges with a fresh perspective. How to explore. Introduce more play into your daily life by engaging in activities that feel fun and liberating. This could be anything from playing games, spending time with children, engaging in outdoor activities, or simply laughing more often. Allow yourself to let go of seriousness and perfectionism and enjoy moments of spontaneity. 5. Explore the inner child. Jung often spoke of the inner child as the source of creativity, spontaneity, and play. Reconnecting with your inner child helps you embrace your original sense of wonder and joy. It's also a way to heal emotional wounds from childhood and reclaim parts of yourself that may have been suppressed. How to explore. Reflect on what activities brought you joy as a child. Was it drawing, building with blocks, playing pretend, or exploring nature? Try reintroducing some of these activities into your life and see how they help you reconnect with your playful, creative side. 6. Incorporate movement and playful activities. Creativity doesn't only involve mental activities. Physical movement and play are just as important. Engaging in spontaneous, playful movement helps you break free from the constraints of daily life and encourages creative problem-solving. How to explore. Try activities like dancing, hiking, or yoga in a playful, non-structured way. Allow your body to move freely and express emotions through movement. Playful physical activities can help you release stress and feel more connected to your body and emotions. 7. Use play to break mental patterns. Rigid thought patterns and routines can stifle creativity and growth. By embracing play, you allow yourself to break free from mental habits and see things from a new perspective. How to explore. When faced with a problem, try approaching it playfully. Instead of focusing on finding the correct solution, experiment with different ideas and perspectives. This lighthearted approach often leads to unexpected breakthroughs. 8. Spend time in nature. Nature has a way of sparking creativity and play. Jung himself drew inspiration from nature, often retreating to his house on Lake Zurich, where he would immerse himself in the natural world. Spending time in nature helps you connect with the rhythms of life and encourages creative reflection. How to explore. Spend time outdoors, whether through walking, hiking, or simply sitting in a natural setting. Allow your mind to wander and notice how the beauty and spontaneity of nature inspire your thoughts and feelings. You might also bring a sketchbook or journal to capture any creative insights. 9. Journal freely. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-expression and reflection. By writing freely and without censorship, you allow your unconscious mind to surface, helping you gain insights into your inner world. How to explore. Set aside time for free writing in a journal. Write whatever comes to mind without worrying about grammar, structure, or coherence. This process can reveal hidden feelings, desires, and ideas that contribute to your growth and self-understanding. 10. Collaborate creatively with others. Engaging in creative activities with others can bring new perspectives and foster deeper connections. Group art projects, games, or brainstorming sessions can lead to collective creativity and insight. How to explore. Join a creative group or collaborate with friends on a fun project. Whether it's a game night, an art workshop, or a community event, the collaborative energy will enhance your creative spirit and bring a sense of playfulness to your interactions. Final thoughts on embracing creativity and play. Embracing creativity and play is essential for both psychological growth and well-being. Through creative expression and playful exploration, you can access deeper parts of your unconscious, break free from rigid thinking patterns, and reconnect with your true self. Jung believed that creativity and play are crucial for achieving psychological wholeness as they foster flexibility, spontaneity, and healing. By embracing these aspects of life, you open yourself up to new possibilities, deeper insights, and a more joyful, authentic existence. Whether through art, movement, or playful engagement with the world, creativity and play invite you to step into a space of freedom and discovery, where the boundaries between the conscious and unconscious dissolve, allowing for true integration and self-realization. Seeking personal meaning is a central theme in Carl Jung's philosophy and an essential aspect of the individuation process. For Jung, meaning is not something that is handed to us by external sources or societal norms. Rather, it is something each individual must discover for themselves. This search for personal meaning involves exploring one's values, passions, experiences, and the deeper layers of the psyche. It leads to a more fulfilling life and contributes to psychological wholeness. Finding meaning helps individuals connect with their true selves and navigate the complexities of existence. It allows for a deeper understanding of one's purpose in life, fostering resilience in the face of challenges and enriching personal growth. Why seeking personal meaning is important. Self-discovery. Seeking meaning encourages deep self-exploration, helping you uncover your values, beliefs, and motivations. This self-awareness is critical for living authentically. Coping with challenges. When you face adversity, having a sense of meaning can provide comfort and resilience. It helps you frame challenges as opportunities for growth rather than merely obstacles. Connection to others. Meaningful experiences often involve connections with others. Sharing and creating meaning in relationships can deepen bonds and enhance your sense of belonging. Fulfillment and purpose. Pursuing what is meaningful leads to a life filled with purpose, satisfaction, and joy. Engaging with what matters most to you creates a sense of direction and fulfillment. Integration of experiences. Seeking personal meaning allows you to make sense of your experiences, both positive and negative, contributing to a more cohesive narrative of your life. How to seek personal meaning. 1. Reflect on your values and beliefs. Start by identifying what truly matters to you. What are your core values? What principles guide your life choices? Reflecting on these questions helps you clarify what gives your life meaning. How to explore. Write down your values and beliefs. Consider moments in your life when you felt most fulfilled. What values were present in those moments? Understanding your values will guide your choices and actions toward more meaningful pursuits. 2. Explore your passions and interests. Engaging in activities that ignite your passion can lead to meaningful experiences. Identify what you love to do, whether it's a hobby, career, or volunteer work, and find ways to incorporate these passions into your daily life. How to explore. List activities that make you feel alive and excited. How can you integrate more of these into your life? Pursuing your passions often leads to deeper connections and personal fulfillment. 3. Seek experiences of flow. Flow is a state of complete immersion and engagement in an activity where time seems to disappear. It often occurs when you are fully absorbed in something meaningful to you. How to explore. Identify activities where you experience flow and seek opportunities to engage in them more frequently. This could be creative work, sports, or other fulfilling activities that allow you to lose yourself in the moment. 4. Reflect on life experiences. Life experiences, both positive and negative, shape your understanding of meaning. Reflecting on significant events in your life can provide insights into how these experiences contribute to your sense of purpose. How to explore. Journal about key events in your life. What lessons did you learn? How did these experiences shape your values and beliefs? Understanding the significance of your life events can help you see patterns and create a coherent narrative. 5. Engage with your inner world. Jung emphasized the importance of connecting with the unconscious. Engaging in practices like active imagination, dream analysis, or creative expression can reveal insights and meanings that lie beneath the surface. How to explore. Keep a dream journal to record and analyze your dreams. Use active imagination to explore your inner landscape and converse with symbols or figures that arise. This process can uncover hidden meanings and insights about your life. 6. Cultivate relationships. Meaning is often found in relationships with others. Building deep, authentic connections can enrich your life and provide a sense of belonging and support. How to explore. Invest time in nurturing your relationships. Engage in open conversations, share experiences, and explore shared interests with loved ones. Building a supportive community enhances your sense of purpose. 7. Give back and serve others. Helping others and contributing to your community can provide a profound sense of meaning. Acts of service often lead to feelings of fulfillment and connection, reinforcing your sense of purpose. How to explore. Volunteer for causes that resonate with you. Consider how you can make a positive impact on the lives of others and notice how these acts enrich your own sense of meaning. 8. Pursue lifelong learning. Engaging in continuous learning fosters growth and helps you discover new interests and passions. This can open up new avenues for meaning and purpose in your life. How to explore. Take courses, read books, or participate in workshops that pique your curiosity. Embrace the process of learning as a way to deepen your understanding of yourself and the world. 9. Set meaningful goals. Setting and pursuing goals aligned with your values can create a sense of direction and fulfillment. Goals provide a framework for your efforts and can lead to meaningful achievements. How to explore. Reflect on your long-term aspirations. What goals align with your values and passions? Break them down into smaller, Actionable steps to maintain motivation and a sense of purpose. 10. Embrace spirituality. For many, spirituality is a significant source of meaning. Engaging with spiritual practices can help you connect with a larger sense of purpose and the mysteries of existence. How to explore. Explore spiritual practices that resonate with you, such as meditation, mindfulness, prayer, or connecting with nature. Reflect on your beliefs about existence, purpose, and connection to the universe. Final thoughts on seeking personal meaning. Seeking personal meaning is a lifelong journey that involves deep exploration, self-reflection, and engagement with the world around you. It is an integral part of the individuation process, guiding you toward a more authentic, fulfilled life. By reflecting on your values, passions, and experiences, you can cultivate a profound sense of meaning that enhances your psychological well-being and fosters resilience in the face of challenges. As you seek personal meaning, remember that it is a dynamic process. What is meaningful to you may evolve over time as you grow and change. Embrace this journey with curiosity and openness, and allow yourself to discover the richness of a life imbued with personal significance. Accepting life cycles and transformations is a fundamental concept in Carl Jung's philosophy, emphasizing the importance of recognizing and embracing the natural rhythms of life. Jung believed that life is characterized by cycles of growth, decline, renewal, and transformation. Understanding and accepting these cycles can lead to a deeper sense of self-awareness, resilience, and personal growth. Life's inevitable changes, whether they are physical, emotional, or existential, can often be challenging. However, they also present opportunities for transformation and self-discovery. By accepting the cyclical nature of life, you can cultivate a greater sense of peace, adaptability, and meaning. Why accepting life cycles and transformations is important. Embracing change. Change is an inherent part of existence. Accepting this allows you to adapt more readily to new circumstances rather than resisting them, fostering resilience in the face of life's unpredictability. Personal growth. Cycles of transformation often lead to significant personal growth. By accepting and navigating these transitions, you can evolve into a more integrated and authentic version of yourself. Healing from loss. Life involves loss, whether through relationships, careers, or stages of life. Acceptance of these cycles enables you to grieve, heal, and move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. Connection to the collective unconscious. Jung posited that the cycles of life reflect universal patterns found in the collective unconscious. By understanding these patterns, you can connect with deeper aspects of humanity and your own psyche. Creating meaning. Recognizing life cycles allows you to find meaning in the transitions and challenges you face, helping you see them as part of a larger narrative rather than isolated events. How to accept life cycles and transformations. 1. Cultivate awareness of cycles. Start by observing the natural cycles in your life, such as the seasons, life stages, and personal rhythms. This awareness helps you recognize that change is a constant and normal aspect of existence. How to explore. Keep a journal to track changes in your life and reflect on how these changes correspond to natural cycles. Noticing patterns can provide comfort and insight. 2. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment and accepting your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice can help you navigate life's changes with greater ease and acceptance. How to explore. Engage in mindfulness meditation, focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts and feelings as they arise. Allow yourself to experience emotions without trying to suppress or change them. 3. Embrace the process of change. Change often brings uncertainty, but embracing the process allows you to let go of rigid expectations. View change as a journey rather than a destination, and be open to the lessons it brings. How to explore. Reflect on past changes in your life. What did you learn from these experiences? How did they contribute to your personal growth? This reflection can help shift your perspective on future changes. 4. Engage in creative expression. Creative expression can help you process and accept the transformations you experience. Art, writing, music, or other forms of creativity allow you to externalize and explore your emotions and experiences. How to explore. Create art or write about your feelings surrounding a significant change in your life. Use this process as a way to give voice to your emotions and gain clarity on your experiences. 5. Acknowledge the emotional journey. Accepting life cycles involves acknowledging the emotions that arise during transitions. It's normal to feel a range of emotions, including fear, sadness, or excitement, as you navigate change. How to explore. Allow yourself to fully experience and express your emotions. Talk to trusted friends or family members about your feelings, or consider seeking support from a therapist to help process complex emotions. 6. Find meaning in transitions. Reflect on the significance of the changes you experience. How do they contribute to your growth? What lessons can you take away from these transformations? How to explore. After a significant life change, take time to journal about what you learned and how it has shaped your perspective. Consider how you can apply these insights to future challenges. 7. Connect with nature. Nature is a powerful reminder of life cycles. Observing the changing seasons, life cycles of plants and animals, and natural rhythms can help you gain perspective on your own transformations. How to explore. Spend time outdoors, reflecting on how nature embodies cycles of growth, decay, and renewal. Allow this connection to inspire your own acceptance of life's changes. 8. Practice gratitude. Cultivating gratitude can help shift your focus from what you have lost during transitions to what you have gained. Gratitude fosters a positive outlook, allowing you to appreciate the journey. How to explore. Keep a gratitude journal, noting things you are thankful for, even in times of change. This practice can help you find beauty and meaning in life's transformations. 9. Ritualize transitions. Creating rituals to honor significant changes can provide a sense of closure and help you embrace new beginnings. Rituals create a symbolic space for transformation and healing. How to explore. Consider creating a ritual for significant life transitions, such as moving, graduating, or experiencing loss. This could involve lighting a candle, writing a letter, or creating a ceremony that acknowledges the change. 10. Embrace the unknown. Accepting that life is inherently unpredictable can help you cultivate a sense of curiosity and openness. Embracing the unknown allows you to approach change with a sense of adventure rather than fear. How to explore. When faced with uncertainty, challenge yourself to view it as an opportunity for growth. Reflect on how past uncertainties have led to new possibilities in your life. Final thoughts on accepting life cycles and transformations. Accepting life cycles and transformations is a crucial aspect of Jungian philosophy, fostering resilience, self-awareness, and personal growth. By recognizing that change is a natural part of life, you can approach transitions with greater ease, find meaning in your experiences, and cultivate a sense of purpose. As you navigate the various stages and transformations of life, remember that each cycle brings opportunities for renewal and growth. Embrace these changes with an open heart and mind, allowing them to guide you toward a more integrated and authentic self. By accepting the inevitability of change, you can live more fully, embracing the richness and depth of your life journey. Summary of Jungian approach to realizing your potential. Jungian philosophy offers a holistic approach to realizing your true potential, grounded in self-awareness, integration of unconscious elements, and the process of individuation. By exploring your shadow, understanding archetypes, paying attention to dreams, and living authentically, you can connect with your deeper self and live a more fulfilled life. Would you like to explore any of these concepts further?